Hey everyone, Ken here. Today we're sitting down with Dom, the owner of Fabricator's Forge in Coraopolis, to find out what makes this place stand out from the rest. From their unique products to their exceptional customer service, we're diving into what makes Fabricator's Forge a must-visit spot in Coraopolis. Let's get into it. What makes this place in particular a good place to play Warhammer?
So we really focus on, and not to say like other stores aren't good at it, but they're mostly retail stores, so they focus on the retail aspect first, where the owners and the employees often are card game players and not necessarily miniature players. So the major thing is we have fully painted terrain. We have tables always set up. We have staff on hand that runs demos. They'll help set up games for you. They'll even give you painting advice. It's really like just like a service we provide for people wanting to get into the game, which is similar to what like the Games Workshop store will provide, but with more products than just Warhammer. So and it's also very inviting. We try to make the place you walk in, you're like, oh, this is where I can, if I want to bring my family for gaming, I can come here. It's nicely lit. The people are friendly. We have a very low tolerance for, I don't know how long. Have you been around like game stores for very long?
Game stores in general, okay. Pretty much my whole life, yeah.
Okay, so you know the type of player that can, if left unchecked, they can ruin it for everyone with a certain attitude.
Unfortunately.
So we don't tolerate that, so everyone sort of feels welcome here.
Okay.
That's the main thing. People feel welcome, and the 24/7 access.
Okay.
So people have ownership because they're members. Even if you're only paying $20 a month, because you're paying money to be somewhere, you usually take better care of it.
So that makes sense. It's sort of like taking care of your home, your own house.
Yeah, so we try to offer the best-in-class service for Warhammer, the gaming aspects. Prices are good, but just assistance.
So yeah, essentially you could just be curious about the hobby and come in and know every aspect of it that you guys will help them. The painting, the armies, the playing, all of it.
Yep, we had a guy come in. A lot of we're getting a lot of people from like Space Marine 2. So they'll come in like, I just played Space Marine 2. How do I get into this hobby? And we'll ask them like, what army do you like? If they're coming from Space Marine 2, it's probably Space Marines. Sometimes Tyranids, stuff like that. Or they'll do their own research and be like, oh, I really like Tau or Eldar or something like that. So we'll talk to the guy and he's like, well, what do I need to get in the hobby? Like, well, here's the best way. Here's this kit and this kit. And the difference is we don't just try to upsell them on the most expensive kits. Like we know, because we're all players, what actually makes a functioning army and what would be fun. So we're like, well, here's this kit sort of sucks. Even though we're trying to sell it, it's not very good for what you want to do. So don't get that. Get these 3 kits, it'll get you started, and then we'll take them over and be like, well, if you want to, do you have any hobby equipment? They're like, no, I don't have any, like snips or knives or anything like that. So we'll give them a few options because we offer more than just Games Workshop, we can offer them like this kit. GW makes a really good kit for this, but like Army Painter makes a way better kit for this. And this is better. So they'll pick up, like, oh, that's really cool. Well, you give me options, you help me out. So they'll buy, the hobby kit that gives them all the tools they need, and then they'll pick up some spray paint or paint and stuff like that. So they have everything together, and then when they go to, even though they're buying it, we're not going to be like, well, see you later. We'll also bring our painter up, and he'll give them tips of how you want to assemble this and paint it. And if they need help, they can actually come in and just sit with him downstairs and just assemble, and he'll give them tips and stuff like that. Or if they're terrible at painting, they don't want to do it, we also offer commission service, so he'll paint it for them.
Very cool.
Stuff like that. So it's a whole experience where they feel like, oh, they're gonna, and you can come back after you assemble it, come back and play, we'll do demos.
So especially after you get into the hobby itself and you have a functioning army faction, you create quite a community here as well.
Yeah, we have a huge Discord. Like originally, I forget why I had that Discord. I think it was just we were scheduling like club events before I had a store, just talking randomly. And then I had everyone join that Discord, renamed it to Fabricators Forge. It was like Steel City Legion. And then now it's become like, I think we have like almost 1,500 people in there. It's like local people, some from out of state who come for events. But the Discord has really allowed people to discover each other and be able to join games, because we have a looking for groups section where you can just say, hey, I'm new to the hobby, I'm looking for a game. Someone will pipe up and be like, oh, I'll teach you how to play. And I know everyone, so if someone who's not good, I'm like, hold on, let's calm down a little bit, because we both know you're not good at teaching new players. So I'll get someone else in there and something like that. For a lot of casual play experiences where they can come in any day of the week and just find someone to play, or we'll help them learn. So we'll run a demo for them or something like that. But then if you're an experienced player, we have competitive focused days too. So a lot of those guys up there have jumped into the competitive scene and playing right now in the last year. And we offer Tuesday night coaching where we get like 30 people here for Warhammer, and we pair everyone up. And it's like, oh, you want to practice versus this army. You're this skill level, well, this person's sort of this skill level too, you guys can play. So that was actually spearheaded by another one of the members here who really wanted to do that. And I was like, sure, that sounds like a good idea. So that's the major difference is I try to empower the people and the employees, just like, what do you want to do? And then I let them do it.
So it seems like it's not really just your vision. It's, hey, if a member comes up and they have a good idea and you go, hey, like, let's at least try it and see how the community responds.
Exactly. As long as it's an idea where enough people want to do it or they have a passion for it, more than happy. Like with 40K, there's this mode right now called Horde mode, where I don't know if you ever played Gears of War, the video game.
I have.
So it's based on that.
Yeah.
So someone, I think it's called Warhammer. Yeah, Warhammer. Yeah. And people are really popular. It's fun. So we do that like every week if enough people want to play. Someone just takes over the mode of the Horde and people just play against it. And it's a casual mode to play. Stuff like that. Yeah, whatever people want to do, that's pretty much how we built every system here. It's just anything people want to do, as long as we have space, and generally if they're a member, that's fine.
So pretty much day or night, you can come in here, find almost always somebody that wants to play at your skill level, and if not, you can kind of book a session out with somebody with that.
Yep. For most games, we have more than Warhammer.
Yeah, what else do you have besides Warhammer?
So we have pretty large communities we have the largest community probably in the state for Battletech. We have a huge Age of Sigmar community. That's sort of like Warhammer too. We have the only Infinity community for an Infinity miniature game. We have lots of people that play Star Wars Legion, Marvel Crisis Protocol, Star Wars Shatterpoint. The guy who just walked in, he had a bunch of models for Conquest, which is like a rank and file fantasy game, sort of like Old World, but just different. So most miniature games on the market, we have people that play. And a lot of card games too. Magic, Pokemon, Star Wars, One Piece. And then we have our RPGs like this room here. And board games. So a lot of stuff.
Awesome.
All the time.
That was an awesome chat with Dom. It's clear that Fabricators Forge isn't just another shop, it's a place built on passion, quality, and a commitment to making a space where all players feel welcomed. If you're in the area, be sure to check them out. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, follow, and drop a comment if you want to see more local business spotlights. See you in the next one.